Welcome to February 2021 Energy Trends. I'm Danielle Rama Hoffman of DivineTransmissions.com. This is Sashat, the Tri, the Council of Light, Toth, Archangel Michael, and many beings of light and love moving more into the forefront of this divine transmission. We are delighted to be continuing our energy trends conversation in the year 2021 in the second month. In January, we spoke about how the months of the year that show up in the year 2021, so there are two twos, 0 and a 1, are amplified months. They are exponential months. So there are two twos in 2021, and February is a 2 month. So there is a lot of energy. There's a lot of current that can buoy all that you are being in this month. 2021 has a potency to it, a fire, a spark, a warmth to it. And that warmth also has to do with really more and more and more and more being in your most aligned internal and external, vibrational and physical plane environments. The 2 has to do with partnership, when 2 or more are gathered. Anything to the second power amplifies. So what we would invite you to focus on in the month of February, which also has Valentine's Day in it, having to do with love at its base, couples, is to focus on really being the most, we're choosing the word here, the most present partner to yourself. That as we speak about divine partnership and what can really happen as you are in divine partnership with others and ultimately with yourself, it is truly exponential, and it is a key component to living in unity consciousness, to be living in love, joy, co-creation, abundance is partnership. It is co-creation. It is community. It is coming together. And you have experienced the difference a partner in your life, whether that is a friend, a romantic partner, a business partner, a family member, how much of a difference those super aligned and inner circle partnerships can make in your experience on the Earth Star, whether that is being a catalyst for many unpreferred experiences, or what we're speaking of more here, those divinely orchestrated and matched partnerships that are very much enhancing to your life. So we'd invite you to just take a moment and contemplate one or two or three individuals that you've had in your life over this lifetime that have really made a huge ripple effect in your life. It may be a teacher or a mentor or your children or your spouse, and it may also be us, a being of light and light. And as you start to kind of connect to one example, for Danielle, she's thinking of when she went to horseback riding camp when she was 9, and the women that she met there, that fast forward ended up being her Reiki teachers and introduced her to in a roundabout way to the healing arts and to Egypt and so on. So that kind of a divinely orchestrated individual that then creates this ripple effect in your life. Now, could those events unfolded in different ways? They could, yet there's also a sense of those individuals before you incarnated that you have a divine appointment with. You can always keep it or not. So February is also, whether you already have these inner circle relationships or you're calling in more or different ones, what unfolds in February is also the basis for those divine partnerships, meaning you can be in certain energy stratospheres and physical plane choices and intentions that then can bring someone into your life at another month. Yet what happens in February is the launching pad for that. It is the field, the infinite field of possibilities. And your partnership with yourself is also the essence of what you externalize in your partnerships with others. And so that is why we're inviting you to be especially curious about your relationship with yourself and to be like on this treasure hunt to come to a greater mutual admiration and respect and love in your relationship with yourself. So as a part of our divine transmissions programs, we often invite individuals to appreciate, to acknowledge, to bring to their awareness their ahas, their takeaways, their accomplishments. And it is fascinating from our perspective when we offer this exercise to watch, because it starts out something like this: some wahoo, some celebration. And then with it, or quickly, right on the tails, and this is separation consciousness conditioning that you can retrain yourself out of, there is some focus on the gap, and what we are inviting you in February is to bring awareness to that, if that's you, and to have moments, whether it's 5 seconds, where you are simply enhancing your relationship with yourself, seeing what's working well, praising yourself for that, and period. And if there is that desire to improve, because it's part of expansion, to always be expanding, Yet if there is that desire to improve, that it's separate. It's happening in a different segment of your day. So as you have this very clear, this is the appreciation segment, and there's no planning or scheming or this has got to be better or nitpicking or criticism or the gap. It's simply, whew, yes, I'm celebrating this deeper connection with myself or with source. I'm celebrating having a meaningful conversation with my daughter. I'm celebrating that I have whatever it is, period. And just notice how when you start to string together more of these, it brings a momentum in your partnership with yourself that creates a greater sense of coherence in your system, a greater sense of congruency, and also keeps you focusing on unity consciousness. Now, we want to be very clear that we are not saying ignore or override or have your head in the sand like an ostrich. We are just simply saying that for that 5 minutes or 5 seconds, it is only appreciation and acknowledgement. It is only highlighting what it is that you are celebrating, what it is that you are acknowledging. And when the part of your system goes, yeah, but, or what about this, or sure, that was great, and yet it could have been this way, or what if we did it that way next time, you start to train your system to know that that part will also have a place and a time. So if that part comes up, you can say, for this 5 minutes, we are appreciating. And we can tomorrow put 5 minutes on the calendar to deconstruct, to brainstorm, to explore how next time it can be even more lush, abundant, beautiful, successful, whatever it is. Because otherwise what happens is, like, you're going on the track of unity consciousness and alignment, and then all of a sudden you're back in the track of separation consciousness. So if you haven't tuned into our solstice 2020 transmission about unity consciousness, choosing to live into unity consciousness, or even if you have, we would invite you to also tune into that one again, because that will buoy and boost all that we are sharing here. So we are extending our gratitude and appreciation and acknowledgement for you, who you be, and all that you're up to in contributing to the evolution in consciousness. All is light and love, and we are